I want to introduce the members of the iNAPS core committee who put this presentation together. First of all, we have our two co-chairs, Jeff Hayes from the Jefferson Center for Mental Health. We have Jen Harvell from the Mental Health Center of Denver, Linda Runyon from Mental Health Partners of Boulder. Juanita Whitaker is from down in Pueblo. We have Mike George, also from down in Pueblo. Do we have anyone on the phone? No. Okay, no one's on the phone. And so with that said, if you guys will sit down, I'm going to get ready to introduce the stars of today's show, Melissa and Bryce. Melissa and Bryce are peer support specialists that work here at the Jefferson Center for Mental Health. They're going to talk to you about the work that they're doing. You have a little program right here that gives you some information about their bios, the work that they've done, where they are in recovery, how their recovery has brought them to this work. All I can say is that it is such an honor to be able to have both of them present. They presented this event that you're going to see today at this year's National iNAPS Conference. So we get to have a little bit of the national organization brought to this room, thanks to Melissa and Bryce. So thank you guys, and I will take it away. They're going to present, and then we'll do a question and answer period.
Right, go ahead, Jim. So welcome to Striving to Help Others Thrive workshop. My name is Melissa, and I have been a peer specialist for the intensive program here at Jefferson Center for almost 4 years now. And I've been working with the criminal justice clients for over a year.
Hi, my name is Bryce Bowers. I've been a peer specialist at Jefferson Center for Mental Health for 15 years. 7 of those years has been full-time with 2 different projects, the Criminal Justice Mental Health Project and the Johnny Chanda Reentry Program. So I work with both programs full-time all the time. So I love what I do. I get up every morning. It's my passion. It's my thing that gets me up in the morning, and maybe we'll see some of that up here today.
Okay. So the goal, Bryce?
Melissa and our main goal is to reduce recidivism, which is the people coming out and then going back in. That's our main goal, is to keep them out of DOC and have healthy lives, learn skills, with anywhere from cooking classes to coping groups to wellness classes, whatever it takes to get these guys and gals engaged and to stay out of the system.
Okay. And Bryce, can you just tell us what DOC is?
Oh, Department of Corrections. Sorry about that. Yep, Department of Corrections.
Okay, so history of involvement. At first it wasn't easy. Community corrections, they have so many rules and regulations, you know, and their job is to assure community safety, and it's our job to promote and model pro-social interactions. Well, how else could we do this without going out into the community, you know? So, you know, they were really iffy on having peer specialists taking ex-offenders out into the community and doing these outings and everything. So, if we can't do that, how then can criminogenic needs be met? In criminogenic needs, we will discuss a little bit about that, but the next slide, please. So we'll take a look. So identifying criminogenic needs. These are the 8 central criminogenic needs. Bryce, do you want to read those off?
Sure. Antisocial behaviors, antisocial peers, antisocial personality traits, antisocial cognition, substance abuse, family dysfunction, employment, education, leisure, and recreation.
And then, so addressing mental health needs as a first priority allows for better overall management, as untreated mental illness often is a barrier in addressing other criminogenic needs. It's important that these people in the program, these individuals, that they get their mental health needs met first in order to address these 8 criminogenic needs. These are the central 8. So next slide.
And you go out with us they have to already be engaged with getting their meds and things like this and doing what they need to do before they can go out with me and Melissa.
Right. And so these are the these are the needs that we address. We don't fully address these needs, but we do play some impact in these. So we play in their antisocial behaviors, antisocial peers, antisocial traits, antisocial cognition, and of course, leisure and recreation. And we will go into how we do that. So those are just the needs that we partake in. We assist in their recovery on those. Next slide. So interactions to attend those needs. Bryce, you want to read those?
Modeling pro-social interactions and behaviors. Melissa and I do have every week we do take people out into the community, and like she said, it's good for them to get out and kind of see what there is around. I had one guy that just got out, and he had spent 15 years in a penitentiary, so for him it was culture shock. But to get him out, for him and go out and just for a hamburger or something was a big deal to him. So getting them out in the community and being social again with other people is really good for these guys to experience.
Right.
Because they don't have that when they're in.
So we offer normalization and hope. We hope to improve self-efficacy and improve self-esteem. We illustrate to them respect and dignity. We decrease being judgmental in them. We teach them the logistics of responsibility. Like Bryce will take them smart shopping. He helps them with budgeting, bus passes, all that kind of stuff. And we help them build a support network, a healthy support network. And when you're, and how we do this is through our mentoring. You know, what other great resource is out there? You know, mentoring is probably the greatest human resource we have. And to be able to just show them respect and dignity and, you know, relate to them is just huge and tremendous in their recovery. And so when you're doing this, remember to use their strengths to aid in this recovery process. And we help them develop good decision-making and problem-solving skills. And another thing that we offer here, so we have a Summit Center, which is like a drop-in clubhouse. That we try to get them engaged in, and they can find employment there. They can, you know, they have people who help them with building a resume and stuff like that. We also offer groups here at the center. Besides our little outings that we do, I have an art group. So we get them connected in activities that they would enjoy, that build upon their strengths. So next slide. What we provide.
Bus passes. Every month I go and get bus passes for the guys so they can get out in the community and go job searching or go to AA or NA. It's a big deal for these guys to get out in the community and do these classes. So the bus passes every month is a big deal to them. A bus pass to some of us might not be as big of a deal, but to them it is. Yes, ma'am.
Who pays for the bus passes?
We have funding
Right.
Jefferson Center. Through the center that pays for them.
Yeah. So we assist with appointments because, you know, like a lot of, like Bryce was saying, a lot of the clientele we serve, they're indigent. They don't have any money, and they don't have any means of transportation. So we provide the bus passes so they can get to their appointments out in the community and such.
Especially
like that.
when they first get out, because they're kind of in shell shock when they get out. You know, you got to point them in the right direction.
Yeah. And then Bryce assists with them in going to food banks.
I haven't done it in a while, but because I only do one-on-ones right now. But at one time I did do a lot of food bank runs, and every now and then when a person is really in need of food or clothing, I will do that. I will coordinate with the halfway house and pick them up and take them and get those basic needs met, basically.
So we aid in grocery shopping. We call it smart shopping, making sure they're buying those healthy foods, not like junk food, you know. So we're trying to transition them into eating healthy. We help with budgets and just to merely be a guide, a coach, and a role model to counter the influence of antisocial peers and illicit temptations is one of our goals. Yes?
The person here had a question.
Oh,
The gentleman had a
did you have a
question.
question?
My only question was just how many people are you currently serving?
Okay, so
Can you repeat the question?
yes, so how many people are we currently serving? Bryce, how many beds are in JERP?
There's 15 beds in JERP. But we also have other places where we put the guys after they're done at JERP, at the
Right.
halfway house. So
Okay,
we're-
JERP is John Echon
Echon
Reentry
Reentry
Program. It's just a program that helps individuals coming either out of prison or jail and they're trying to get back into the community, or we also have a JERP diversion, which is where they're trying to stay out of jail and prison. So, what's that?
Like a group?
Yes, so what it is, we have ICCS, which stands for Intervention Community Correction Services. That is where most of the people we work with are housed, and it's pretty, I hate to say it, but it's pretty much like jail, but they can leave and come back, but you have to have a pass. It's high security.
It's pretty much prison without.
Right.
It's like a
yeah.
halfway house?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, but it's
Strictly
top
very
security
strict,
and
I
like,
mean.
yeah, very strict. So, okay, next slide, please. So, what is pro-social behavior and why do people help? We've been talking about this pro-social behavior, and I'm just gonna read this little cartoon. I'm intrigued by the view you have on the purpose of life, Charlie Brown. You say we're put here on earth to make others happy?
That's right.
What are the others put here for? just a funny cartoon on pro-social behavior. Next slide, please. All right, so pro-social behavior defined. Bryce, do you want to read that?
Sure. A voluntary behavior intended to benefit another consists of actions which benefit other people or society as a whole. These actions may be motivated by empathy and by concern about the welfare and rights of others. Empathy is a strong motive in eliciting pro-social behavior and has deep evolutionary roots.
So basically, that's what we try to do. We try to model for them pro-social behaviors and teach them, because a lot of times the clients we work with, they didn't get that growing up, unfortunately.
A lot of these
And-
guys,
right.
they've never had
They've
really
never-
a support system. They've never had
Interactions.
somebody just
and,
wanting to talk to them about what's going on with them instead of someone else. And that's the way it is with our one-on-ones. We're able to get that out more because we are one-on-one with somebody, and that's been very beneficial.
Right.
So,
Next slide, please. So barriers faced. Day in and day out, we have many barriers faced. First, financial barriers. You know, like we were saying earlier, most of the clientele we serve are indigent and they don't have any money whatsoever coming in, no income. So we have to get creative on what activities we can and cannot do. Transportation, like Bryce was saying, you know, they have little to none transportation. And the stigma, there's layers and layers upon stigma with, I mean, anyway, with mental health issues, I mean, we get stigma too, you know, and then to add like criminal activity or history onto that, it's just another layer of stigma. So just trying to destigmatize their situation and let them know that, you know, they do matter, they do care, and they can
and that we
add
care
to
about
society.
them, and they can talk to us about anything
Right.
they want to.
And then the last one, there's merely not enough peer specialists to go around. So next slide, please. Other barriers faced upon transitioning into the community. Bryce, do you want
Sure.
to read that?
While returning to the community, frequently the attitudes, beliefs, and behavior learned in jail and prison interfere with successful adjustment to therapeutic settings and the community. It is observed that former inmates enter into the therapeutic environments with values diametrically opposed to those of the services we provide. In a therapeutic setting, people are expected to develop trust, interact, and relate with others. This is often seen as difficult for the reason they're in correctional facilities. One does not trust, keeps to oneself, and demands respect.
Yeah,